news summary read by Alfred Rogers. The Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System has outlined achievements made by the management in the last 3 months. Mr. Eugene Fagon named the refurbishing of damaged towers, maintenance and repair of radio and television equipment and studios, vehicles, as well as the entire facilities as major achievements of his administration. Mr. Fagon made a disclosure at a meeting held between the LBS management team and President Joseph Boyka at the Executive Mansion Wednesday. The LBS boss described the meeting as symbolic, which is intended to solicit support from the smooth operations of the state broadcaster. He lauded members of the team for the collaboration and dedication and ensuring that the entity remains functional despite the huge stockpile of debt accrued from the previous administration. The president of the Liberian National Bar Association, Councillor Sylvester Rennie, is currently in Washington at the invitation of the World Bank to participate in the Justice and Rule of Law Global Forum. More than 200 persons from the public and private sector, leaders, practitioners from government, judiciary's private sector are in attendance. Councillor Rennie's invitation to the event will foster inclusive and sustainable development at the World Bank. The forum aims to foster dialogue and collaboration within the broad ecosystem of stakeholders to elevate the rule of law as key driver of development and enhance collective action in Justice Forum. Justice Minister Councillor Oswald Twe says government remains committed to fighting against drug abuse and addiction in the country. Councillor Twe said the government's quest is to strengthen the administrative and operational capacities of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency to combat the menace. Speaking Wednesday in observance of the National Day in Monrovia, Minister Twe, however, said the LDEA is leading efforts to prevent the inflow of drug trafficking, distribution, and dismantling drug networks across Liberia. The United People's Party, UPP, has officially announced its withdrawal from the former ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC. The release Coast, the party are saying the disengagement with CDC followed extensive consultations with its member supporters and stakeholders. The UPP noted it will continue to keep focus on independent initiatives that prioritize the welfare of Liberians. The party also added it remains committed to working along with individuals and organizations towards building a just and prosperous society. This brings to 3 former constituent parties of the Grand Coalition for Democratic Change, National Patriotic Party, Liberia People's Democratic Party, and United People's Party quitting in the coalition. And elsewhere, Kenyan police have hired tear gas to disperse a group of protesters who have started gathering in the capital, Nairobi. There has been heavy deployment of security forces, including the military, and roads are blocked around key buildings in the capital ahead of the protest. It followed 2 days after 22 people reportedly lost their lives in protest against tax hikes, which saw part of parliament set alight. The next day, President William Ruto bowed to pressure and said he will withdraw the finance bill containing the unpopular tax proposals. The demonstrators had vowed to gather again in the city center to mourn those killed. Some also vowed to march to the president's official residence, State House. That's the Elbc News Summary. Alfred Rogers, good afternoon.